How's it going, YouTubers? Electron Man. I kind of got a little different video today. I'm back on this Union Safe Company little portable digital safe that I purchased. And I was out there searching around and saw a bunch of, or not a bunch, but several videos of how you can hack this safe and open it just by pounding on the top of it. I actually tried it, and I pounded on top of it forever, and it would not open. But I did find that if you lifted it up and dropped it like this pretty hard while holding the knob, that it would actually open on you. Now I'm going to mount this down to concrete, so that hack really would have never worked. But I was just curious to what was causing that, and if I could do anything to improve that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and open up the safe here. Let me see if I can get you a good view here. I already started on a couple of the screws here. Let me see if I can push this out here, and hopefully that'll get you a pretty good view there. But let me go ahead and take these last two screws out here, and I'll actually show you the internal workings of this and where the problem was or is and what you can do to fix it. Try to keep from losing this screw here, dropping it on the floor and having to hunt for it. You know how that is. You drop a screw on the floor, and I don't care if your floor is clean, somehow or another it'll manage to get somewhere where it'll be 30 feet away underneath a broom or something. It blows my mind, but I hate dropping screws because I never can find them. But anyway, I digress there. Anyway, here's the internal workings of this little unit here. And basically, if you look here, let me see if I can get this where it's not in the way. There we go. Now it's not in the way. Okay, if you look at this internal workings of this, basically what you have is you have a solenoid here. And what happens is when you use the digital keypad and put your number in there, is that it moves that solenoid down. In fact, see it's locked now, like I normally locked it. And see how it keeps that from. Well, if you drop it real hard with that spring there, it would cause it to, it would cause the tumbler to bounce down. Now, there's a couple ways you could fix this. I'm going to mount it to concrete, so I'm not going to have any problem there. But I went ahead and looked at it when I first opened it. I've actually been in here once before. If you notice, there's these screws here, and the solenoid is slotted. Well, when I first opened it, it was just barely catching on that pin right there. In fact, let me go ahead and put the code in here. See how it does that? Now it pulls that solenoid back. That's how it works. Well, and now it went back to lock, so the next time I turn the tumbler, it'll go back and lock. But this thing was like, it was at least 3 times as far away as it is now. These screws here, the 4 screws here, they were tight, but the solenoid was mounted all the way to the bottom. If you notice now, I loosened those 4 screws there, and there, and I pushed that solenoid up to where it just almost touches the top of the solenoid lock. What that does, and I tried it, and now, man, even when I drop it really hard, it doesn't have enough spring action in there to cause it to where that solenoid or that rod can bounce down far enough in there to where you can actually get this lock to slide by. You could also, if you were really, I don't know how strong the solenoid is, but you could probably put a stronger spring in there. If you're worried about it. Me personally, this safe is definitely something you want to mount down to concrete or mount to something, because I mean, it weighs like 20 pounds. Somebody could just go in and pick the safe up, and they don't need the hack. They'll just take the safe and then, you know, take it out in the driveway and throw it on the ground a couple times real hard, and it's going to open it. It's going to break. So I mean, really, this safe definitely, I say use these 2 bolts that came with it. These are concrete bolts. Basically, you drill a 3/8 hole in concrete, and you put it in there, and when you tighten this bolt, it spreads out, and this thing will be bolted to the concrete. It ain't going anywhere. But anyway, I just wanted to show you this little fix I found that, you know, if you didn't want to mount it to something, it definitely would reduce, you know, it's, like I said, a thief's going to get it no matter what, but at least it'd keep, you know, maybe a kid that watched a YouTube video or whatever from being able to get into something personal you had in your safe by bouncing it, by just adjusting those 4 screws there and getting that up as close as you can. You don't want to get it any further than about where I've got it, because you don't want it to where this slide lock is jamming up against this metal deal here. But basically, I just loosened the 4 and moved it all the way up, and my clearance was just about right. But anyway, hopefully this little video will help you out. I'm going to go and put it back together and get her mounted into the concrete. And like I said, I'm not worried about it. Things you can't carry it off, and I'm putting it in kind of a cubby area where it's going to be hard to reach in there. They would have to really be diligent about it, and they need more than just their hands to get it out of the concrete. So hope this helps you. This is Electron Man. Have a great day out there, guys, and please like and subscribe.